It's a brand new day.
Okay, so we have fish.
Yeah.
But Dom didn't tell me to feed the fish.
No.
And actually, George died.
He did. For the past 2 weeks, Charlie has been taking care of her roommate's fish and inadvertently murdering them.
So basically, I put him in this bag, and I sort of like did a little prayer. And then I was holding onto the fish. I was like, I can't keep it because I wanted to keep it, and I can't keep a dead fish.
What would you do?
I know, it would just rot. So I put it in a paper bag, and it was wet, so it busted through the paper bag. So then I was like, great, I don't know what to do. I can't go and put it on the trash. So I was like, I'm going to have to flush him down the toilet. And he disappeared. He didn't even pop back up.
What is he going to do, swim back up?
A tiny part of me, okay, don't laugh, but the tiniest part of me was hoping he would come because he was in water again. Clean water, I did. Like, you know, I live in hope. You know, I have a lot of hope. I'm a deluded person.
Charlie gonna pee.
I've killed 6 fish in 2 weeks. I can't believe it. I'm never going to have a pet.
Oh, no.
I'm Reza. Do you remember me?
I do remember you.
Come on in.
Familiar face.
I'm Reza Farahan from Shahs of Sunset. Tyler and I actually met at an event in New York. You know, homeboy has like some gifts, and I want to tap into that.
This is quite the unique location.
So instead of coming to my house, I wanted you to come to my home away from home. As you can see, I like wearing a little bit of jewelry. And, you know, you can't have like hangnails and Cartier and Rolex. They just don't go together. Bitch needs a little moisture on the cuticle area, but...
Well, thank you again for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you for coming.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Good. Now, how this works is it's not like The Sixth Sense. I don't see dead people walking around.
That was
So
my
don't worry.
first question.
Yeah.
I have a lot of questions. Like, are they the age that they were when they died? What if they speak a foreign language? Are we gonna need a translator? Do you ever get like Amityville horror style, like signals, like you walk in and you hear, get out? Like, do you...
I'm waiting for it to happen. It'll probably happen eventually, but no, I mean, it'd spice up a work day.
My mom and dad are both Iranian, born in Iran, as am I. We moved here when I was 3 years old, and a lot of the people that I have questions about aren't around anymore. So it's not like I can go on Iran.com and find out about where I come from. So I'm hoping Tyler will pick up on something.
All right, so I'm gonna give it 1 sec. And this is when it's gonna get interesting, so let's see.
I actually wanted to find something of one relative, but I wasn't able to, and I will be very happy if that person was still able to find his way so I could chat with him.
So I need to go on your dad's side of family. What I need to highlight is there is a man that comes through that references to being like a grandfatherly figure, and he acknowledges a reference to a serious heart-related issue.
It's crazy.
But he's not just blaming the heart because he's saying that he had more than one health problem, that they kind of worked off of each other.
That's crazy.
Okay. So I want to bring up, there are 2 brothers that I need to highlight on your dad's side of family that I would need to acknowledge as either being together or coming through together. So where's the 2 brothers?
Okay, so my grandfather,
Right.
I think is who you're talking about.
Yes.
And he had 2 brothers.
Okay.
And all 3 of them are dead.
Right. There is an acknowledgement of being okay with the duration of life that he has, because this is actually a pretty good, solid lifetime. So he feels from his perspective like he has a sense of peace about his passing.
He had a heart condition, and it was a combination of lifestyle, and he had a great life.
Right.
He died at an old age.
That would make sense. But for whatever reason, he's having me reference to your biological father. So he's referencing to a separation, or like he's placing himself over here and biological dad over here. So I don't know why he's choosing to separate the 2.
Because my dad, when he married my mom, kind of separated from his family.
Right, I see. Okay.
My dad's family is Jewish and my mom's family is Muslim. And because my parents were of 2 different religious faiths, my father had to basically, you know, pick a side, and he chose my mom's side and kind of wasn't that involved with his family anymore. So I remember my dad getting news that his dad had died. And it was weird because The house was in mourning for a man that I didn't know and had no connection to, and I just have seen pictures and gotten stories and stuff, so I have always been very fascinated.
The way that this comes across is there's a feeling of, I'm connected to you, I'm watching over you, I'm watching over you like I would like a son. And he acknowledges a reference to a congratulations around a wedding. He wanted to congratulate on a wedding and acknowledge this.
The fact that he would be like proud of my wedding is like unbelievable. And the funny thing is, before I came, I wanted to bring a picture of my grandfather, but I couldn't find one. And I was mentioning that I wonder if they will come.
Right.
He was the one I was most curious about, and here he's coming through. Adam and I just got married, and he's proud of my wedding. That is, you know, something that is very special and means a lot.
Well, I'm glad. It always, is interesting to see when people come through the growth they make in their perspectives, and that ultimately they understand that that love that's there is all that matters. So that's what it's all about.
That's great. I wanted to talk to him, and it was just nice to have that validation from someone who's not here, who I would have assumed would have been, homophobic, to be looking down from wherever he is, being proud of me and my wedding.
So oftentimes I'll work with an object where basically I'll hold onto an object and just start connecting.
I mean, I have a bag of lots of objects.
Awesome. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Thank you. We'll see if we get anything from that. Huh. I got a symbol for this. The Star of David, but then I got a reference to a necklace, but it's the Star of David. I mean, that's Jewish, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
How does it relate to that?
Yeah, does it?
Not at all.
Yeah.
So both grandfathers are dead.
Right.
This is my mom's father, who was Muslim.
Right.
He was a colonel in the army, and you're holding all of the pieces that were removable from his uniform.
Right.
And my grandfather on my dad's side was Jewish. Is he trying to say, like, put that stuff away, I'm here?
I'm literally seeing the Star of David just keeps being shown to me.
That's so funny.
In like a funny way, but I'm not allowed to like tune into this because I keep being shown the Star of David.
So I think it was like an East Coast, West Coast rivalry between my grandfathers, and one of them was thugging out the other one, like, bitch, I'm here.
That might have been what it was. I mean, it was interesting because he definitely came through as like the insistent grandpa.
It was like a grandpa war.
It's a grandpa war.
Like thug life from beyond. Like my grandfather was like, no, bitch, I'm here. Like put all that memorabilia away. He was like dangling the Star of David like this. Like, I'm here, bitches.
At this point, are there any questions or anything that I might be able to answer?
I mean, if my mom's available, I'm totally down to call her and...
Sure.
Hey, Mom. Your dad didn't have anything to say. Maybe he was chilling. It's not my dad's fault. Oh my God. Mom, you're a nut. I love you. Bezabera. She's like, my father was too sweet and quiet. Your dad's dad, loudmouth, wouldn't let him talk. Okay, Mom, I love you. Let me call you later. Love you. Bye.
Wrong number? No.
Yeah, totally. I'll call that bitch later.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate you taking the time out.
Oh, of course.
I definitely am walking away with this sense of pride, walking a little bit taller, and this is gonna sound crazy, but proud of the progress that my dead relatives are making wherever they are, and like, whatever literature he's reading, he's Googling some like he's educating himself, then he's not thinking like a Persian caveman, and he's supportive and proud of his, gay Persian, half Jewish, half Muslim grandson who just got married.